welcome to another episode of Super Dad Podcast. No, grabe update ko lang kayo. No, medyo naging busy lang tayo this past few days, kaya ngayon lang tayo nakapag-upload ulit ng ating podcast. No, at ngayon na mag-shoot naman ako, talagang bago tayo makapag-shoot dahil dito na ngayon tayo sa isang room. Dati dun tayo sa sala nag-shoot Ngayon, nandito tayo sa isang room na dito para mas okay yung quality ng audio natin at iwas na rin sa mga bata na before ako nag-podcast ay pahirapan talaga, no, na makapag-shoot tayo, guys, no. Pero mamaya abangan ninyo, no, hindi matatapos tong video na to. Nakakatok sila sa pinto at pupunta dito. Promise yan. Tingnan natin. O, challenge yan, no? Tingnan natin. Okay, guys. So, today, again, I apologize, no? This is Sir Dad, no? And welcome to your favorite daddy podcast or the Super Dad Podcast, no? We talk about parenting, we talk about family relationships, and soon, we can talk about business if you would like it, no? And maraming ring nag-request na sana daw may English, no? May English na version tayo dahil may mga manonood din sa US, no? And isa na nga doon yung nanay ko at ang buong angkan ng Ligon, no, na nanonood sa atin sa US, guys. Thank you for watching and thank you for sharing this podcast, no? Again, you can follow us on Instagram. I am Sir Dad. Our YouTube channel, please subscribe, no? Subscribe, like, and share na rin, no, itong video natin dito sa Facebook, no, which is Sir Dad. Pareha sa YouTube at sa Facebook natin, Sir Dad, guys, no. We would really appreciate also, no, if you would send some stars, no, kasi yung stars naman, that's in Facebook. If you're watching in Facebook, you can also send some stars, and it would really help us improve our contents, no, and more contents for our Facebook page and channel, no. And of course, you can also follow us on Spotify, no, Sir Dad, the Super Dad Podcast, no. You can follow us there in Spotify. Meron din tayo doon so kung kung di kayo makapag-YouTube, kung di kayo makapag-Facebook, pwede kayong mag-Spotify hub. Na usually nag-Spotify ako habang nagda-drive sa kotse, no, mapapakinggan niyo yung Super Dad Podcast there. And today, it's our episode 7. Biruin nyo, nakapag-episode 7 ng Super Dad Podcast. And salamat sa mga nanonood. And we would really appreciate your feedback, no? Or if meron kayong mga suggestions sa topic na gusto ninyong i-discuss natin dito sa Super Dad Podcast, we would really appreciate it. And sharing our content would also help, no, our channel, and also sa mga katatay natin, no, na baka meron din silang mapulot dito sa ating podcast, mga topics na dinidiscuss natin dito sa ating podcast. Okay, so let's go to our topic for today. Our topic for today is, syempre, Daddy Podcast tayo. Last time, kung di ako nagkakamali, ang topic natin is about relationship, no? And now, our topic is about teaching your kids financial literacy. Pasensya na kung ganito yung boses natin dahil medyo sinisipon tayo, no? Alam nyo na inubo si Tep, tapos after ni Tep, sinipon naman si Tap, tapos ako naman ngayon yung sinisipon, no? Kaya before mag-podcast, ang sakit ng ulo ko, umidlip muna para nakapag-podcast. And I'm shooting this on a holiday. Happy holiday, no? Happy holiday sa lahat natin, mga katatay. And balik na tayo sa episode natin. Our episode is teaching your kids financial literacy. Sir Dad, bakit yun yung naisip mong topic? Well, usually kasi, no, yung mga topics natin na dinidiscuss dito, yung halimbawa kasi may nangyari nung isang araw, nung kinagabihan na, uy, teka, okay to, pwedeng topic to the Super Dad Podcast, no? Para mas relatable siya kasi based sa experience yung mga topics na dinidiscuss natin dito, no? Kaya, ang ginawa, nung isang gabi, nasa hotel room kami, tapos, sa hotel room na yon medyo walang tubig. Di kami nakabili ng tubig, kaya, nag-rush kami yung nagdi-focus. Nag-rush kami ni Tep sa isang convenience store. Siyempre, nauuhaw ako So, kumuha ako ng mineral water, no? Tapos, pagkakuha ko, hindi ko na napansin yung price. Pero napansin ni Tep, no? Sabi ni Tep sa akin, hey, why did you get that, no? Daddy, or ang tawag niya sa akin, dude, dude, why did you get that? No, that's 27 pesos. Here, it's much cheaper. It's just 25 pesos, no? So, oh, nagulat ako, no? At na-proud ako dahil, wow, si Kuya Tep is cost conscious na, no? So, he knows how to compare the cost, which is cheaper and which is more expensive. Nung pinik ko yung more expensive, parehas lang naman, no? Yung alternative is cheaper, parehas lang naman ang tubig, iba lang yung brand, no? So, sinabi niya sa akin, that's expensive. Let's choose this, no? Wow, sabi ko, cost conscious yung anak ko, no? Nakakatuwa naman, no? At saka, yan kasing cost consciousness, mga katatay, yan yung isa sa basic ng pagtuturo ng kids on financial literacy, no? Pero how do we little by little teach our kids on financial literacy, no? Kasi etong financial literacy, hindi ito tinuturo ngayon, no? Hopefully in the future maturo sa school. Ayun na, nagwawala na si Tap, no? Kasi nandito ako sa loob. Paano hinahanap na ako, no? And sabi ng mommy niya, I should close the door, no? Kaya ayan. Ngayon, how do we teach our children about financial literacy? Well, we do not teach them yung parang as if lecture na one-on-one kayo face-to-face na ganito, ganyan, ganyan na parang ba kayong nag-aaral. Hindi rin namin sila tinuturuan yung parang sa school naman na talagang mahabang umupo ka, ganito, ganyan, ganyan, no? Hindi rin namin sila tinuturo na para namang meeting na mag-meeting tayo, tapos pagkahaba-haba ng meeting, tapos dahil may gusto ko lang ituro or gustong ipunto, hindi po. Our way of teaching our kids financial literacy is basically teaching by example, no? Ito kasi yung tingin namin is effective for us, no? Ito yung effective sa amin, yung walk your talk, no? So, although we have different naman teaching methods to our kids, no? Pero what I'm telling you, sabi ko nga, most of our discussions here are based on experience. Kaya, what I'm telling you is based on our experience. Effective yung teaching by example, no? So, yan na, sabi sa inyo, dede na si Tap Tap na gustong dumede. Pagka busy kasi pagka wala ako, at walang nakakalaro, gusto niyang dumede sa mommy niya, no? Doon lang siya mapapayapa or kumain, yun lang, no? Well, anyway, no, I just noticed her crying kasi, kaya, ayun. So, on the cost consciousness side, ayan, umiyak na naman. On the cost consciousness side of Tep, no? So, how did he manage to identify which is cheaper and which is expensive, no? Si Tep is 7 years old. Pero I believe 4 years old pa lang, nung medyo nakakaintindi na siya, yung talagang solid na yung pangunawa niya, tinuturuan na namin siya by teaching by example. How? Okay, ganito. So, every time we're in the supermarket, sa supermarket kasi, sinasama namin sila. Syempre, bukod sa gusto namin laging magkakasama palagi. And it's fun for the kids, di ba? When we do supermarket. It's also a perfect place to teach your kids, no, about cost consciousness. Why? No? Kasi sa supermarket kasi, yun yung doon, di ba, mamimili tayo ng mga kailangan natin. Okay? So, doon pa lang sa mga kailangan natin, may kita niya, anong mga kailangan natin? Pagka mamimili ka, halimbawa, ako, bibili, tatanungin ko, kailangan ko ba to? Do I need this? Or I just wanted it? No? So, doon pa lang sa ma-identify yung difference ng kailangan at ng gusto lang natin. Pagka gusto mo lang, pwede mong i-let go yon. Pero pag kailangan, ayun, you can buy that. Yun yung one. Need versus want. Okay? Secondly is the pricing. Sa isang rack ng supermarket, may kita ninyo, halimbawa, sardinas. Sa rack ng sardinas, makikita ninyo, iba-ibang brand yan, no? Iba-ibang brand. Now, si Mrs. mamimili ngayon. Makikita niya ngayon si Mrs. No? Makikita ng mga bata si Mrs. na isa-isahin niya yung mga brand Tapos titingnan niya kung alin yung pinakamura, no? Then, Tap-Tap will ask, sometimes he will ask, lalo na nung bata pa siya, no? Na, why did you choose that? Eh kasi sometimes the packaging ng product, no? Talagang sa bata ang ganda. Then, you pick something na different. Something na hindi ganon, no? And he'll ask you na, why did you choose that? And his mom will say, we will say na, it's cheaper. So, doon pa lang makikita niya na, uy, why it's cheaper? No? Kasi, yung number, this is 27, this halimbawa is 20 pesos, and this is 15 pesos. 15 pesos is cheaper. So, doon pa lang makikita naman niya ngayon, yung cheap and expensive. Kanina, need and want. Ngayon, alam mo na need mo. Pero pagka need mo na, hindi pa galon. No? May next na filter pa. Ano yung next na filter? Yung price. So, in the supermarket, they get to know two things. One is if it's a need or want. And second, if it's cheap or expensive, no? And yung price, no? How would they know that if it's cheap or expensive? Malalaman din kasi nila yung price, yung presyo. Sa supermarket din, matututunan nila yung cost, no? Na lahat ay may cost, no? Hindi lahat ng bagay ay libre. Doon may cost na kailangan mong bilhin, no? Kailangan mo ng money, no? Kailangan mo ng money to purchase. One thing ang init dito, no? Kasi nakasara yung pinto. Well, walang aircon dito, electric fan, kaya pinapawisan si Sir Dad, no? So, ayun, we consume, doon sa supermarket, may kita rin nila na you have to use money in order to purchase one thing, in order to buy things, no? Yun naman, sa supermarket kasi, may kita nila, no? Pupunta na kayo, di nakapamili na, nasa basket na lahat, pupunta na kayo sa cashier, no? Sometimes, the kids will have, di ba, lollipop. Halimbawa si Tap, may lollipop na dala na yan, no? Dala-dala na yung lollipop. Want, sasabihin niya, want. Eh, minsan, sa tuwa mo sa bata, dahil minsan lang naman, no? Ay, bilhin mo, no? Pero, before you buy it, sasabihin mo muna, hindi niya pwedeng i-consume yon, no? Kasi yung kakainin na niya. Sabihin mo na we have to pay that first, no? So ibig sabihin, doon pa lang makikita na at mauunawaan na teka, hindi ko pala pwede na kukuha ko tapos laging may kapalit, laging may cost, no? And doon nila matututunan yon, no, sa supermarket, okay? So doon nila matutunan yung price, yung pag ano ng money, no, yung pag na kailangan ng money to purchase a thing. Na ang technique naman doon, ang maiwagang technique naman doon, guys, no, pagka halimbawa ay talagang hawak na nila, di sila makapagpigil, no, hindi sila makapagpigil na sabihin mo na lang, mamaya tuturuan namin kayo kung paano ninyo mapapabitaw sa bata iyon, no. Pero malaga dito sa pinag-uusapan natin is they know the price, they know need versus want, they know that items cost, may cost yung mga items or mga products na binibili natin, and it needs money in order to purchase it, no, before you consume it, no. Tapos syempre, alam din nila yung cheap versus expensive. Biruin ninyo, sa supermarket lang yung lahat yan, yung scenario na yan, matututunan nila. And they can see that through observing. Kasi constantly, may kita mo, if may kita ng bata na, ay si mommy laging kino-compare yung cost, lagi niyang hinahanap sa kasulok-sulukan ng rack yung pinakamura, no? Doon pa lang, pag paulit-ulit nilang na-observe yon, that's a way of learning na sa kanila, no? Kaya, yung pagpamimili na sa supermarket, hindi yun basta-basta eh. Ang dami nilang natututunan doon, no? Kaya, little by little, nagiging cost-conscious sila. Since kasi, constant observation, di ba? Naging cost-conscious sila ngayon. Alam na nila ngayon yung need versus want. Alam nila na you need money to buy a thing, di ba? Alam na nila yung price, no? So, sometimes you don't need to define what's cost eh, no? Kasi, you just have to say na, the cost or yung presyo, yung price, yan yung the money you'll pay for that thing, no? Pero sometimes, yung mga bata ngayon, grabe, pag meron kaming, minsan nga, may sinasabi ako, may sinagot ko yung tanong ni Tep, i-verify niya. Sasabihin niya, ano lang niya yung, meron voice, 'di ba? Kay Google, sabihin niya, Google, is it gala what is the capital of the ano? Ganun, sasagutin na ni Google, 'di ba? Napaka high-tech na ngayon, guys, no? Kaya um pi- kaya hindi na natin kailangan i-define ng super technical yung mga definitions na yan. Price, cost, no? Dahil they'll know, no? So, yun yung sa supermarket scenario natin. Next na dapat na ituro natin sa kanila is yung value for money. Sometimes you don't need to define talaga na super defined like sa Wikipedia yung money. Na, kasi, you just have to, kailangan simple lang sa pagtuturo sa bata. Sabihin mo lang na money, it's used to buy things, tapos, it's used to buy food, clothes, tapos, diba? And they'll get that immediately. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, pagka sinagot mo yan, no, i-verify pa nila yan. Hindi sila makukontento. Sabihin pa nila sa kay Siri, hey Siri, what is money? Tapos sasagot naman si Siri or si Google, 'di ba? Ganun na ang henerasyon ng mga bata ngayon. Talagang technology based na talaga sila, no. Minsan ayaw na nga maniwala sa akin, bini-verify pa talaga nila kay Siri or kay Google, no. So, bakit naman di ko idedetalye? Yun nga, bakit di ko dinedetalye sa kanila? Kasi alam na nila yun, no. Tapos isa pang scenario kasi, kaya alam na nila what is money when they play games, no? Kasi 'di ba, minsan may mga games na kailangan mo i-improve yung character mo or kailangan mo mag-level up. Pero bago ka maka-level up or kailangan mo ng item, no? Pero bago mo maka-purchase yung item sa shop, kailangan mo ng coins. Bago ka magka-coins, kailangan mong mag-fulfill ng mga tasks, no? Ng mga missions, no? And they do that, no? They play games sa mga games. Ginagawa nila yon. Kaya they know what's money. They know what's coins, no? Kasi doon ba lang sa simpleng scenario na yon, no? Kaya you don't need to be so technical about defining what money is, no? They'll get it. Sobrang bilis make up ng mga bata ngayon, no? Pero ano yung dapat mong ituro? Ang dapat mong ituro, yung value of money. Yung value of money, no? They'll learn this also by observing, no? By teaching them on or by teaching it by example, no? For example, no, the moment we get in the car after we go to a mall, to a department store, and we bought something, no? Usually, normally, Tep will say to us na, okay, we don't have money. We spend all our money again. We got no more money in the wallet. Ganyan. Ganun na ganun yung tono niya eh. Ganun yung tono niya eh. Pagkaupo niya sa sakyan. So, the moment he says that, no, what we'll say, so, what we have to do now if we don't have money? Then, he'll answer, sell. Sir Dad, bakit sell, no? Bakit sell? Hindi work, no? So, yung sell kasi na yan, may istorya kasi yan, no? Kasi when our very first business, no, was online selling talaga. So, nag-side hustle kami. At saka yan talaga yung near to our hearts talaga, no? Yung online selling na yan, post na post, kitang-kita, no? Yan talaga near sa hearts namin. Well, si Tep noon, no, if I'm not mistaken, he was 2 years old. 2 years old when me and my wife started yung online selling business namin. And he'll see na talagang sobrang hirap, no? After my work, kasi I was employed then, after my work, punta kami sa Taytay Tiangge, doon kami mangunguha ng mga pamili namin, naka-stroller siya, tapos as in yung kasi yung maliit na daan doon, no, sa Tiangge, ipagkakasya namin yung stroller namin, and he gets to see that every day, no. Tapos on weekends we'll go to Divisoria, may kita naman niya kami, no. Babibigat na dala yung mga pampaninda namin ni wife, no. So punong-puno rin yung stroller na ginasabit namin sa stroller niya ibang mga pinamili namin, no. So he sees that. he observed how hard we work. And by seeing it, no, by seeing how hard his parents work, how hard we work, no, nakikita niya yung value ng money. Why? Kasi you have to work hard before you earn some money, no? And if you don't have money, no, you cannot buy the things you need. No? You cannot buy food. No? You cannot buy clothes. You cannot pay for the bills. No? You cannot pay for the bills. You might not be able to buy the things you need day to day, no? So that's that's how we teach our kids the value of money by observing. We tell them na ganito, if we need money to buy things. We need we need to sell, we need to work in order to have money. So he knows that the process, no, is hindi lang basta makabili ka, no? Kailangan mo munang tumrabaho. 'Yun. Kailangan mo nang tumrabaho bago ka makabili. 'Yun yung value of money na naituro namin sa kanya. Na dahil sa paulit-ulit constant teaching namin sa kanya na why you work, why you're always working. They will ask that, they will ask that to you sometimes, and more often than not na why you're so busy, no, why are so busy. And you have to say we have to work, we have to sell. Sometimes when I go live, while you're live selling again, we don't have money, we need to sell. That's what we'll tell them, no? Kaya knowing the value of money, it teaches the children, our kids, no, to not waste it. Because they see how hard we earn it. Kaya sila, no, ay, my mom and dad doesn't sleep, no? They're always tired, they're always stressed, they always talk about business, they always stress, they always work, no? For us to have money. And why would I waste it, no? So, yun yung natuturo sa kanila noon. Ngayon, isa pa is naalala ko rin nung panahon na yon na talagang kita niya kasi gabi, madaling araw bibili kami, pagkagising sa umaga papasok kami, pagdating ko magpapak kami. And kasi talagang karir namin yung online selling noon, talagang gabundok yung mga pinapackage namin ni Mrs. And nakikita niya talaga yon, no? Kaya yun yung pinili namin, yung online selling, mga katatay. Kasi yung online selling, nag-uusap kami nung kung ano mang magandang negosyo. Online selling kasi, sabi namin na ito yung magandang stepping stone sa mga bata. Ito yung pinakasimpleng negosyo na madaling maintindihan ng mga bata na maituturo natin sa kanila yung entrepreneurship. Kasi you just buy low and sell it high, 'di ba? Tas online pa, 'di ba? Sobrang ganda na ituro sa bata, kaya alam nila yung packaging, alam nila yung shipping, no? Alam nila yung pagpipicture, alam nila lahat 'yan. Ayun guys naman. Mapuputol na naman tayo guys, babalik tayo ulit dahil hanggang 25 minutes lang talaga tong tong aking camera. Okay? 1 2 3. Okay, ayan, nagbabalik tayo. No? So, ayun. So, going back, no, bakit yung online selling yung negosyong ginusto talaga namin? Kasi talagang simple siya. Tapos, madaling maunawaan ng mga bata. Tapos, ayun, alam nila yung packaging. Alam nila na kailangan mo mag-picture. Alam nila na kailangan mo mag-upload ng picture para may maibenta ka. Kailangan mo mag-live para magbenta ka. May packaging, may shipping. Alam na nila lahat yan, no? Kaya, sa sobrang simple, madali nilang maunawaan yung pagnenegosyo sa online selling. Kaya yan yung pinili namin, no? Kaya kaya yun yung isa sa kagandahan ng online selling, kaya napili namin. Kaya hanggang ngayon ginagawa namin, no? As very small business naman, no. So another example of teaching value of money na naaalala ko is when I was in college, no. When I was in college, I was selling pizza. I was selling pizza in our house, ng subdivision namin sa QCville. Tapos, syempre, bago ako magbenta ng pizza, kailangan ko ng oven, no? So, we went to Quiapo, tapos, bumili kami ng oven. Then, tuwang-tuwa yung Chinese na may-ari ng store because at a very young age, I'm purchasing an oven. Biruin mo, oven pa. Syempre, usi. Nag-usisa na siya. Sabi niya, but oven? Bata eh. Nakita niya, bata pa, college, oven yung binibili. No? Sabi ko, maliit na nagtitinda po ako ng pizza pagtitinda po ako ng pizza, kailangan ko po na mas malaking oven. So, ayun, tuwang-tuwa siya sa akin. Tapos, napagkamalan niya akong half Filipino, half Chinese, no? Sabi niya, yun kasi yung tinuturo sa atin ng parents natin, no? Yung value of money. Kaya daw siya noon, nung bata pa lang siya, nandun na siya sa tindahan, nagbabantay siya, no? Dahil tinuturo sa kanya ng nanay at dati na ganito, kumita ng pera, no? Pagbantay ka sa tindahan. Hanggang sa yun, nakapag-negosyo rin siya ng sarili niya, no? So, talagang yung value of money, yung mga Chinese, maraming successful na Chinese businessman, no? Napakarami. And doon ko nalaman na kaya pala, kasi bata pa lang, sa murang gulang pa lang, biruin mo, pinagbabantay ng tindahan. Kahit magpunta sa Divisoria di ba? Usually, makita mo, yung anak nandun, no? Yung anak nandun, nagbabantay, no? Minsan, mali-level up pa yan, no? Pagka, halimbawa, nakabalik ka mga after another year, minsan di na yung nagbabantay. Kahera na yan, no? May level, di ba? So, talagang tiniteach sa mga Chinese yung talaga value of money. Kaya doon ko rin na laman na talagang importante na bata pa lang dapat alam na nila yung value of money. Kaya rin natin talaga diniscuss itong episode na to, no. So ngayon guys, bakit naman nung 'di ba, nung bata tayo, no? Minsan may gusto tayong bilhin, may gusto tayong bagay, no? Sasabihin sa atin ng nanay natin, "Uy, wala akong pera, no? Anong akala mo sa akin, no? Tumatae ng pera, 'di ba?" Doon kasi pagka dumarating yung mga ganong cases, no, na talagang merong bibili, may gusto kong bilhin, tapos ganun yung sagot ng traditional na nanay, no? Pero yung pagtuturo nawawala, no? Kailangan hindi ba sasagutin natin ng ganun? Kailangan magturo tayo, pakita natin. Paano ba? Paano ko ngayon mabibili itong gusto ko? Paano ko ngayon mabibili itong gusto? Simple, no? Magtrabaho ka. Yun yung tinuturo ng mga Chinese, no? Kailangan magtrabaho, 'di ba? Kasi makikita mo sila talagang yung value for money nila, talagang murang edad pa lang, negosyo na talaga yung hinahawakan nila, no? Kaya, ganun kasi yung training, no? Ganun yung, may training sila, ganun yung pagtuturo sa kanila. Next, no? Next pa na, ito mga basics lang to, no? Kung paano natin mau-open sa mga kids natin yung financial literacy, no? Next would be the magic word. Ito, no, sobrang effective nito sa amin, itong magic word ito. No money. Kaya ako nabanggit kanina yung wala akong pera, no? Akala mo sa akin, nagtatain ng pera, no? Ito, no money. Pero, before natin ituro to, no? Hindi kasi natin basta pwede sabihin, walang pera. Akala mo sa akin, nagtatay ba akong pera? Hindi. Kailangan, bago may turo nito, kailangan ma-observe nila and ma-understand nila, una, yung value of money. Kasi kung hindi nila alam yung value of money, wala rin yung magic word na yun. Walang magic yung magic word, no? Kasi hindi nila alam yung value of money, no? Hindi nila alam kung paano kitain yung pera. Hindi nila alam on how hard you work to earn money, no? Kaya, kung alam nila yung value of money, pagka sinabi mo, no money, teka, para yung sa utak nila no money, so kailangan mag-work ni mommy at daddy, kailangan, di na naman magtulog si mommy at daddy, mas stress naman si mommy kasi mag-work sila kasi walang money, di ba? Kaya, yun ba yung parang, yun yung magic nun. Yung value of money. Kaya, awa ng Diyos mga katatay, no, wala kaming anak so far na nagwawala, naglulupasay pagka nasa toy store, tapos may gustong bilhin. Hindi ko pa sila nakitang ganun, honestly, no? Kasi, minsan may mga nakita akong mga batang ganun eh. Pero awa ng Diyos yung mga anak namin hindi ganun, no? And pag kami gusto sila, halimbawa, no? May gusto sila, hawak na nila. Daddy! Si Tata, sabihin, Daddy, Daddy, ganyan. Sabihin ko lang, no money. Tapos tapos na. Si Taptat, nung bata naman, may video kami nun, no? May travel video kami nun. Yun yung proof namin, paglaki niya, na pagka sinabi ko sa kanya no money, sasabihin niya sa akin, no money. So, bibitawan na niya. No? Si Tap naman, ganun din. Move na siya bibitawan niya, move na siya sa other racks, no? Sometimes, bit niya, pero hindi niya bibilin. Lalapag niya kung somewhere, no? So, hindi sila naglulupa sa awa ng Diyos, no? Sabihin lang namin yung magic word, no money. And paulit-ulit namin sinasabi yan pag kami gusto sila, no money, no money, no? Minsan, no, sa sobrang dalas na naming sinasabi, nakailang balik na kami, no, tas ganun pa rin yung sinasabi namin, meron namang extra, di ba? Meron namang extra. Tas, may gusto siya. Minsan, ikaw na yung talagang malalambot yung puso na bibilan na nga natin doon, nakasampung balik na tayo dito, sinabi natin no money, no? Ilang linggo at ilang buwan na yung lumipas, no money, sinasabi natin, bilhin na natin to. And then, doon, may kita nila na, wow, makukuha ko rin naman if I wait. No? So, we're teaching them naman yung patience. No? Kasi, kung bibigay natin agad, how could we teach yung patience, di ba? Kaya, yan talaga yung magic word natin. Yung no money. Okay? Last natin is yung word ng budget. No? So, eto, kwento ko sa inyo, no? So, birthday ni Tep nung 7th ng February. Tapos, nagpunta kami sa malaking toy store talaga. As in, sa malaking toy store. Tapos, talagang si Tap talagang hindi magkaundagaga. Laki ng toy store. Tapos, ayun, sabi namin sa kanya, as your birthday gift, you choose a toy you want. So, ayun, choose a toy you want. So, ikot. Tapos nagtataka kami ni Mrs. Sabi namin, parang tagal mamili ni Tep. Siguro malaki, ganun. Sabi sa akin ni Mrs. No, Daddy, sabihin mo na buy what he wants, no? Tapos, buy anything he wants, tapos no budget. Parang kahit ano, walang budget, walang limit, no? So sabi ko kay Tep, si mommy kasi siya yung CFO ng pamilya, Chief Finance Officer. So, pagka-budget sa kanya yan. Pagka may go signal na yan. So, sabi ko kay Tep, hey, Tep, mommy said, buy what you want. No limit, no? No limit as to its price. Buy what you want. So, when I observe him before I tell that, he was always na nandun sa mga Nerf gun. So, he likes Nerf gun. Kahit nung mga nagpupunta kami sa Kaya lang, ang Nerf gun kasi, sa mga di nakakaalam, ang mahal. No? May 2.5, may 3.5, no? Tapos, di syempre, pinili niya yung 1.5. No? Yun na yung gusto niya. No? Birthday naman niya. So, walang kasi usually si Tep, pag nasa toy store, ang binibili lang niyan is within the budget. Pagka may go signal to buy, he'll buy what's within budget. What's within budget? Yung cheap. Yung cheap. What's cheap? Yung cheap sa kanya, 200 pesos and below. Pagka nag-500 pesos at nagpapabili si Tap, alam mo, Daddy, sasabihin niya si Tap na, that's expensive. Don't buy that. And from time to time, no, kahit nung 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old siya, before he get to choose anything, he'll show it to us. Sabihin namin, if expensive talaga, 500 up, sabihin ng budget officer namin, that's expensive, buy a cheaper one. So, hanap siya talaga, hahalugugin niya yung toy store na within the budget talaga. Well, that's way of our showing that budget is important, no? Kasi budget, it's illimit eh, no? Of what they can spend lang, of how much they can spend at a certain time. So if they know the budget, if they're part of the ones who make budget, kasi sa amin, bahagi sila. Ay sabihin namin na ito lang yung budget natin for this week, for this day, for this weekend. Ito lang yung budget. And they're part of that, no? Because it made them aware, no? It's making them aware about our budget kasi part sila ng family. Part din sila syempre ng magba-budget, no? Kaya ayon, kaya tuwang-tuwang-tuwa, grabe. Maluluwa-luwa kami nung tuwang-tuwang-tuwa siya dahil for his birthday nakabili siya ng Nerf gun, no? Which he never imagined na mabibili niya because it cost 1,000. Diba? Kaya, it's his birthday naman. Kaya may go signal na rin namin na go, no? What he wants. Kasi every time talaga ng toy store, he'll buy the cheapest. No, na minsan talaga na-touch ka talaga sa kanila na yung cheap yung pinipili nila, yung mura yung pinipili nila, at minsan talagang hahalugugin talaga nila lahat at hahanap ng gusto nila na pinaka-cheap, no? And that's way of teaching how important budget is for our kids, no? So that's way of teaching financial literacy. Yung budget, they get to only spend within the budget, no? And if it's not budgeted, you cannot have it, no? Another example is when we set a budget during Sundays, no? Naalala ko nung medyo okay pa yung kita namin, no? We have a budget during the weekend, which is that's our time na makakalabas kami, punta kami sa Antipolo, and we get to spend our food, no? So we set a certain budget for that, no? Tapos ayun, talagang yung pagka kami pa yung sumobra, sasabihin ka pa nila na, hey, I thought our budget is just like this, no? Hey, we don't have budget anymore. We cannot buy that. Ganon talaga. Minsan, grabe yung anak ko, no? Talagang nakakatawa, no? Alam na nila yung budget, no? That's one way kasi of budgeting is a way of instilling discipline when it comes to money. Kaya budget is important, no? And it's important that we teach that to our kids, no? Now, so ayan mga katatay, no? Ang topic natin na to sana ay nakapagbigay sa inyo ng karagdagang kaalaman on how to teach your kids on financial literacy. And these are just the basic, no? Kasi we can basic lang yan na based on our experience, may intindihan ng mga bata at nagagawa, na-apply nila. Kaya I hope na makatulong ito sa inyo, no? But let me remind you, before we teach our kids, no, about financial literacy, make sure na we are the first ones who are doing it. Sabi nga nila, walk the talk, diba? Kaya, ayun, we should be cost conscious, we should know the value of money, we should show how hard we work to earn money, masipag ka, hindi ka tamad, diba? And also, yung budget. And you are the first one who follows the budget, no? Kasi, as I have said many times during this podcast, we teach by example, no? In the past, no, we didn't know our kids na as early as 3 years old to 6 years old, they'd appreciate how hard we work, no? But one day, we just realized na talagang they'd appreciate na how hard we work, how hard it is to earn money, no? Kaya sometimes talaga, dahil napapakita namin on how hard it is to earn money, ay minsan si Tap, pagka umiiyak si Tap, nag-work kami, siya na yung pupunta kay Tap, sabihin niya, Tap, Daddy and Mommy's working, don't cry, ganun. Talagang nakaka-touch, no? And sometimes they'll help us, no? Sila na mag-volunteer to help us in packaging, tapos sila na minsan, sama sila sa podcast, at saka minsan, pag may discussions about content, sabihin pa nila, sila pa yung magsasuggest ng content, no? Para sa, hey Dad, why don't you do this and that, I like that, like that, no? Tapos, no, sabi ko, why not like that nga, no? So, they're involved, no? yung involvement kasi na yun, no, makes you trust them, no? And yung trust mo sa kanila na yun, no, it will boil down to responsibility. Tapos instillan mo sila ng discipline din, no? Kaya sobrang na ma-appreciate dapat natin na baka kasi isipin natin bata pa lang naman yan, bakit kailangan ko pang turuan ng ganyan, no? Mali. Dapat ang thinking natin that bata pa lang, dapat talagang gabayan at turuan na natin siya, no? So he would understand, no, the value of money, and he or she would be responsible in spending his or her money, no? And yan, dadalhin niya yan hanggang pagtanda niya, no? Dadalhin niya yan hanggang pagtanda niya. And tayo rin dapat tayo dapat di rin tayo maluo, 'di ba? Dapat we we only purchase yung mga our kids can see na talagang hindi kami bumibili ng mga kung ano-ano na lang. Ang usually na pinagkakagastusan namin talaga is yung need sa bahay. Pangalawa, assets. Assets na mabebenta mo either now, short term, long term, in the future, which will earn you money, no? Pagka nakita nila yun from time to time, from day to day, maging disciplined sila, no? Maging disciplined sila about handling money. Kaya dapat, mga katatay, tayo yung role model. Okay? Tayo yung unang-unang gagawa ng mga ituturo natin sa ating mga bata. Sabi nga nila, no, kung anong nakikita ng bata sa matatanda, yun yung gagawin nila. Kaya maging responsible tayo at maging role model tayo sa kanila. And guys, thank you for joining us in this episode of Super Dad Podcast, and sana marami kayong natutunan dito sa episode na to. Again, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on our Instagram, and sa Facebook natin, road to 5,000 followers tayo. Onti na lang, no? Share nyo na itong video na to at invite nyo yung friends ninyo to like this page, no? Kahit hindi pa tatay, yung lahat, no, mga tatay, mga gustong maging tatay, malapit na maging tatay, no, invite nyo sila. Kahit nanay, no, dahil maraming matututunan sila dito sa ating Super Dad Podcast. Again, thank you for watching, and sa mga Spotify, thank you for listening to us. This is your dad again of Super Dad Podcast, and see you again next time. Bye, guys!